First aid procedures at accident scenes. Hello, everyone. Those needing on-site first aids are often in various environments outside the hospital. Some unexpected injuries and sudden illnesses even occur in unsafe locations. To ensure orderly and quality rescue in complex conditions, first aid procedures must be conducted systematically. The first aid procedures at an accident scene include site assessment, injury evaluation, emergency calls for help, self-rescue and mutual aid, and safe transport. Let's start with site assessment. In emergency situations, rescuers assess the accident scene through on-site sensations, visual observations, listening, and smelling. Rescuers should prioritize assessing the scene, first determine if they are in a dangerous situation, if there is any life-threatening danger, the cause of injury, and the number of injured people. Then evaluate available resources at the scene, required support, and possible first aid actions. Next, assess safety measures. While performing on-site first aids, unexpected factors might endanger rescuers. Therefore, ensuring personal safety is crucial. Observe if there are factors that could cause further injury to the patient or hinder rescue operations, such as exposed wires, debris, falling objects, traffic hazards, or positions prone to falling. Then, evaluate personal protective equipment. Use personal protective gear to prevent exposure to pathogens or toxins during on-site first aid. If available, use respiratory masks, breathing shields and more for artificial respiration, and wear medical gloves, goggles, and masks and other personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment should be easily accessible for use during on-site rescue operations. How do we evaluate injuries? 1. Check for consciousness. First, assess if the patient is conscious. Tap their shoulders and call out loudly to see if they open their eyes or respond with any limb movements. For infants, tap the heel or pinch their upper arm to see if they cry. If there is no response to these stimuli, it indicates loss of consciousness and a critical condition. 2. Check for breathing. Use the look, listen, and feel method to determine if breathing has stopped. Look, observe the rise and fall of the chest. Listen, place your ear near the patient's mouth and nose to hear any airflow. Feel, use your cheek to feel for exhaled air while listening. If the chest rises and falls, and you hear and feel airflow, the person is breathing. If not, breathing has stopped. For the latter situation, immediately begin CPR. This method is recommended for on-site rescue. 3. Check for heartbeat and pulse. Due to its large size and easy accessibility, the carotid artery is commonly used to quickly determine if the injured individual's heartbeat has stopped by palpation. To check, place one hand on the patient's forehead to keep their head tilted back. Use the index and middle fingers of the other hand and place them on the patient's throat. Slide down 2 to 3 centimeters from the Adam's apple to the depression at the front edge of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. If a pulse is felt, it indicates that the heartbeat has not stopped. If not, it indicates that the heartbeat has stopped. Emergency calls are critical in various out-of-hospital accident scenarios. Rescuers must use wired or wireless communication systems to call professional emergency services or nearby medical institutions before administering aid. This ensures that critically injured or ill individuals receive timely assistance. In the event of sudden incidents, disasters, or when discovering critically injured or ill individuals, rescuers must immediately provide aid after site assessment and preliminary injury evaluation. They should report to professional rescue organizations and nearby medical departments or community health units responsible for first aid tasks. If there is only one rescuer at the scene, they should perform rescue efforts while calling for help simultaneously. If multiple rescuers are present, tasks can be divided accordingly. Experienced ones perform the rescue while others call emergency services, briefly describing the situation to facilitate rescue preparations. What information should be reported when calling for help? 1. Specify the exact location of the incident. Indicate nearby intersections or significant landmarks, such as a large mall, a famous monument, or a specific hotel. 2. Report the patient's name, gender, age, and contact information. 3. Describe the most critical condition of the patient, such as faint, difficulty in breathing, major bleeding, or trapped under heavy objects. 4. During disasters or sudden incidents, specify the nature and severity of the injuries and the number of injured or ill individuals. 5. Describe possible rescue measures at the scene. Let's move on to considerations for making an emergency call. 1. If an ambulance is dispatched, have someone wait at a nearby intersection to guide it, preventing any delays. 2. While waiting for rescuers, remove any objects that might obstruct first aids and ensure clear access for transporting the patient. 3. Gather any essential items the patient might need. 4. If the ambulance does not arrive within 20 minutes, make another call. 5. Avoid using the phone that was used to call for help until rescuers arrive. Now, let's delve into self-rescue and mutual aid. Self-rescue means relying on oneself to escape danger without help from others. Mutual aid refers to properly assisting others while effectively protecting oneself. Timely and effective self-rescue and mutual aid by on-site personnel are crucial for the progression and prognosis of injuries or illnesses. Improper handling can worsen the injuries or even threaten lives. The basic requirement of self-rescue and mutual aid is to ensure the patient is quickly removed from the source of injury. When unexpected injuries occur, on-site personnel should remain calm, make rational judgments, and find ways to escape danger, avoiding or minimizing continued harm from injury sources. If the surrounding environment does not pose a life threat, do not move the patient. If their condition is not clear, do not give any drinks or food temporarily. If no one else is around, call for help loudly and report to relevant departments. Lastly, we'll focus on safe transport. Once the patient's condition is stabilized through on-site treatment or if they need specialized medical care, coordinate their transfer to a hospital following the principles of safe transport. Ensure continuous monitoring during the transfer. Alright, that concludes the content on first aid procedures at accident scenes. A well-organized first aid procedure can significantly enhance the quality of rescue efforts. See you next time.